Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game on our last day before the Christmas break here with the U18 League as we have the Rush and the Subaru going at it. So all the way from Sydney, the Rush coming down this weekend, and the Subaru after a big win last week against the Max. And playing a home game today. My name's Jeff Warburn on the call. Excited to bring you the action as we will get right into it. Our normal guy, James, out for the day, so I'll be taking over, and let's do it. So that one played back to the line. Shot over there to the right side. Trying to slip that through, and it's all right on the doorstep, and they score right away. The Subaru. 30 seconds in, find the Rush moving around, and that one will be potted into the back of the net by Munden. We'll head back to center. So the early marker there. And the Rush have to shake that one off. It's kind of got spun around there in the blue paint. Duffy hands that over, and it's up to Tremblay. Tremblay in over the line, down to the right side quarter. Smith try to fire that back in front. Land steps in, and it gets back to the blue line. Land over to Duffy. Duffy steps in, shot, rebound. There on the doorstep again. Down over to the right side as Miller tries to pressure that for the Subaru, or for the Rush. Back around to Duffy. Duffy on the blue line. Shot heads to the right corner. Duffy back over for Smith. Down along the right side. Duffy with some quick movement. Shot into the end board. It's the glass there. Worked around back to Duffy. In behind. Duffy, stick handles, left side. Poked back down low. Good pressure here from the Subaru early as the Rush finally able to get that out, but can't get the red line. So it's sent down for the icing. Face off to the right. Face off. Dropped in there. Down low on the end boards. Trying to push that puck into the feet. Rush. Pick up on it. And Luke Andrea gets it back in behind. He'll chase after it. Full head of steam. Picked up as the pass goes off. Now here to Sparks. Sparks trying to find Munden through the middle. Off the stick and in behind. Got here by Andrea. Fired into the end boards. Henry. Henry over to Scotland. Scotland, the former Rage, gets it to the right side. Tremblay lets a shot go, and a solid save there as we get the whistle on the play. Couple whistles into this one, and about 2.5 minutes in. Last night, the Steele with a win over the Weeks as well, so a couple of big wins here for the Steele as we head into the break. And we'll be heading into Ice Jam after that, so pretty good time to catch some fire here for the Steele. Puck played up ahead. Lewis. Lewis in over the line. Tries to find him on the right side. Sent down in behind. And McPhee goes down. He'll get back up. Looks like he's all right. Tried to feed that through past Lewis. In behind for Poplinski. Poplinski. Chip play, and it's on the right side. Poplinski. Back to McPhee. He finds Burgess. Nice pass back to Poplinski. Sent down the right side. Moving that puck up ahead. Shot. Save made. And we get the whistle. So a little more back and forth after that early goal. Face off here to the right. Rush. Duffy takes a bump, gets that back in behind. Ryan fed back to Duffy. He feeds it over to Land. Nice job looking for Ryan on the right side, but it just threads the needle a little too far. Back to Land. Over to Duffy. Duffy gets broken up. Hard battle there along the boards. Ryan gets it back. Land fires one in, loosens up in front. Rush pick it up. Carver with a bit of a drive-by there. Rush by some time. Snap that puck, up to Miller. Into the left side corner. Sent around, Bass Christmas. He steps up to it. Subaru back in behind. Bass Christmas looking for it. Gets here to the left side. Land in over the blue line. Land loses a grip on that one over by Tremblay along the words. Tremblay, an old buddy of mine, back from his first year Whalers days when I was commentating the Whalers about, 4 years ago or so. Seeing him still do his thing. I always said one of the best passers in the league. Always knew how to dish the puck, and every coach will like a pass-first quality player like that. Up the boards, slowed up into the glove and played to the right side corner. Rush try to feed that back in behind. Brian, no look pass, rolling up there in front. Sent into the mesh as they try to get that out of there, and we'll have a whistle. Pretty solid defense coming from the Rush here. In their own end a little bit, but keeping it away from the front of the net. Puck dropped in. Rush around the boards. Gonna feed that back through. Lewis gets to it first. Up to Dunn. Dunn picks it up. Slap that. Gonna slow back up there for Cole. Oh, and taken down into the boards there. There's Poplinski. That'll be a penalty as Subaru head to the man advantage, and the extra attacker, Brian, comes out. Over here now. Shot. Left side. Save made. Good job getting over. And we'll have a whistle for the tripping call. Face off here on the right side. Puck picked up, sent down. So tripping will be the call. Subaru McPhee trying to get that up. Luke Andre, maybe his pronunciation. I have not done too many U18 games this year. Only 2 or 3, so pardon me. Some of the names a little slightly off. I'll do my best up here, but we've got our U18 commentators pretty locked in, so not too many games make it all the way to me, except for this one here. On a Christmas weekend, Land steps in. He's trying to shoot right at the guy, and that'll catch him in the leg, but good job of wearing that. Taking away a great chance. Up ahead. Sent into the end boards. Munden gets it back to Poplinski. Poplinski steps in. Shot. Puck was there for a moment and then whacked at. 35 seconds to go in the power play. In behind for Cole. Duffy now. Shoots it, gets that in around the end boards. Back to the blue line. Kicked back to Duffy. Blockered away. Tremblay to Duffy. Over to the right side. Poplinski tried to one-time that. Rolled off the end of his stick. Puck. Flip back. Duffy. To Poplinski. Shot. Save made. Through traffic. Back in behind for Ryan. Shot and a goal there from Poplinski. Back in behind. That one will slide through. So after some good PK and penalty ended, they were able to fire one from in behind. So 9 minutes into the first here, 2-0 the score. Puck dropped in there by Dunn. Gonna play around to the right side. Rush. Send that back in. Worked off into the boards there on the left side. So Munden and Tremblay with the assists. Worked back in by Dunn down the left side. Subaru. Burgess gonna work that out. Hands it off, and offside is didn't quite get on the same page for that entry. Face-off will be on the outside there. Down the left side. That one will go for the ice. So about 10 minutes gone here in the first. Some good pressure by the Subaru. 2-0 the score. Puck dropped in over to the right side. Nice little backhand pass. Is Rush work it out. Down the left side. Shot. Finds the glass in behind. Kept in on the line. Puck's poked at. Land's going to grab it. Land. Backhand up. Swept up ahead and in behind. Guthrow chips that. Comes back in behind for Duffy. Subaru now. Heads up. Over to Sparks. Brought in over the line. Sparks. Over to McDonald. Played across. Land. Has it off the one hop and it gets sent back in behind. Little collision there. Carver. Down to the hash marks. Battle for it, gets free for McDonald. He plays it across, shot on. Pushed over to the corners. Poplinski was yelling for that puck from McDonald. Now set into the mesh. And that'll take us to our media break here.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
All right, so thanks to our sponsors there as they get the timeout here halfway through the first. Face off on the right side. Puck dropped in. Played on the right side corner. That one's picked up, flicked in behind. McPhee will have to chase. No ice there. Dunn pressures. Dunn. Oh, almost creates the turnover. Good job, McPhee sticking with it. Dunn over to Gideon in front. Shot won't go. Back over to Dunn. They try to tip that one off. Wraps around. McLeod gets it down to the half wall. Over to Bass Christmas. Shot. Tipped over to the right side. Now swung out in front and a good little look there as the Rush come back with a good shift here with some chances. Have that puck down low. Nice job flipping it through. Bass Christmas. Over to Dunn. Take the hit to make the play and the save by Cole. What a good little sustained push there from the Rush. Played up ahead. That one steered to the corner once again. Subaru surveying. Flipped off the boards. Oh! And ram from behind there. And that'll be an easy boarding penalty. And just kind of stop moving the feet there as the Rush, after that timeout, put together a couple good shifts here. Now it'll be a power play. Face off to the left. Puck dropped in back to the blue line. McLeod feeds that across. Bass Christmas shoots. It was right on the doorstep. A real good look there in front as it gets sent down. And great chance there for the Rush to cut this lead to 1. Now moved out. Dump and chase. Cole's going to slow it up. Plays that back in behind, and it'll get by the stick of McLeod. Now the other way. Held in behind. Rush. Survey, get that to Miller. Miller gets clipped a little bit. Sent back in behind for Land. In around the boards, and that'll be just offside there with a minute to go on the power play. Puck dropped in and now sent the entire length of the ice. Pass the stick there. McPhee Backhand no look. Sent down the left side. Dunn gets there. Played out in front. Shot scores! And the Subaru give one up there off the power play. Just let him sneak in behind. And perfectly executed there. And the Rush have a life. Gideon. A nice marker there off the Rush and a couple good shifts strung together. Down the right side, trying to kind of glove at that puck, got him behind. Gideon from Dunn there with a big goal from the Rush after letting in a couple ones early. Cut that lead down to 1. Down on the end boards. Picked up, Rush, little chip play. Up the half wall, Dunn tries to catch up to it. Subaru pick it up, Smith, move it over to the left side. Cutting to the middle, shot goes high and in behind. Back down along the boards. Off the shin pad there, Gideon again. Now trying to find Luke Andrea, but instead gonna hold on to it. Shoot that, ricochets off the stick down low. 5 minutes to go here in the first. Circling around the Subaru. Turned over. Andrea. Now up the right side. Carver finds a lane out of nowhere. Shot and can't get it off on net as it's steered in behind. McLeod now over to the right side. Sent back and around. Andrea back down low. Land feeds it off to Sparks. Sparks over to the left side. Brought in over the blue line. Try to feed that back in behind. Land over here to Duffy. Spun back to Land, down the left side now. Little chip play. Run over in behind. Duffy back in around. McLeod flips it off the wall. Down to the end boards. Subaru cross shot, and they score as the turnover onto the stick and finished off 3-1 as it gets through the netminder. So they'll get that one back. 3:45 to go here in the first. Back in behind, and whistle will go here. So just over 3 minutes to go here in the first. Rush. McPhee kicks that up ahead, so Ben Frazier, the call up, finishes that up. Called up from the Kings, so not too shabby for him then. Miller shoots it. That's going to ricochet into the mesh. And we'll have the face-off down here to the left side. Working our way through here. Puck dropped in. Subaru back to the blue line. In there for McPhee. McPhee tries to get that round. Poplinski puts a little pressure on. Along the end boards. Back to Bass Christmas. Jumps off his stick. They'll have to reset. McLean tries to get that up ahead. McLean now fire to the opposite corner. Played around. Subaru looking for the exit. Up to Smith on the half wall. Gideon gets that back. Chips off the shaft of the stick and into the mesh. So a whistle there. He's off down the right side corner. Chipped up the half wall, try to get that back down low. Centering pass, Tremblay, nice move there. Tremblay shoots and scores. Picks his spot, and bit of a weak one there. It got by on the left side. Tremblay. Nice job creating that chance and buries it. We'll head back to center. 2:15 left to go in the first. Sent down for the ice. So Max Bryan gets a point on that one as well. Sent down the left side here. Looking for that puck. It's the Rush who get to it first. Worked hard into the boards there. Miller feeds that out. Sharp angle shot. Save made. A decent look there. Face off coming. Puck dropped over. That one gets back in behind for McLeod. McLeod just shoots that back the other way. Subaru going to pick it up. Cut off by Bass Christmas on the side. Now Munden. He tries to feed it through and it heads to the right side corner. Back and behind. McLeod chases. Flipped off the boards. Subaru slow it up. Shoot that on, and they're going to take the whistle with 1:13 remaining. We'll have to face off on the right side. Over to the left side. Sharp angle shot. Trying to pick his spot. Subaru back to Duffy. Shot, scores. That one tips in behind. And 5-1 here. We'll head back to center. With just under a minute to go. Down the right side. Hard fall there along the boards. Owen Sparks finishing that one off. Pushed out to the middle there. Tremblay feeds that back to Poplinski. Poplinski kisses it off the glass. McLean shoots her back in. McPhee gets to it first, tries to backhand that. Gets turned over. A little chip play in front. Save made. Subaru. Flip it off the glass. Slow it up for Tremblay. Hand it off. Rush. Into the foot there, McLean. And that'll do it. So 5-1 after one. Back for the second shortly. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to second period action between the Rush and the Subaru. 5-1 the score after one. Subaru trying to keep that pressure on. Sydney trying to find something here, working their direction. That one's kept in at the line and slipped down there into the right side corner. Battled for it. Carver comes out with it. Carver trying for the wraparound. It was there in front for half a second, but the net gets knocked off. Pardon me. Face off will be to the left here as they adjust the net. Just 30 seconds into this second period. Oh, looks like it's going to come out actually, as there must be because Subaru knocked off the said net. Puck dropped in there, one back by Brian. McPhee looks for Smith on the right side. Bass Christmas plays it back off a shin pad, goes over to Tremblay. Down left side, Brian. Nice job handing that off to McPhee. Shot, rebound there on the doorstep for a second. Backhand by Brian, hits the side of the net. Jumps over the other way. Flipped off the glass. Poplinski steps up to it. Dove at. Poplinski. Down here to the left. Shoot that back in behind. It's chased after. Bass Christmas. Looking to get that over. Gets cut off. Tremblay. Flips it across. Brian looked for it out of the zone. Picked up over to the right. Bass Christmas. We'll sweep at it. Sydney now heavy numbers back the other way to the right side. Shot off a shin pad. Now try to jam that in. It goes through the legs, and a good look there for the Rush. Now Bass Christmas steps in. Rebound. He chases his own chance and almost has it. Down the left side by Brian. Gets in behind. Bass Christmas, poke at it. Sent down for the icing call, so we'll just stay down this way. Face off over to the left. Subaru have that on the right side. Comes back to Henry. Henry to the right. Shot sent on and will be covered up there in the blue paint with an easy save. Looking like McPhee's having a word there. The McPhee from the Rush with the ref. Played on back. Centering pass. Hits off the stick and bounces above. Shot on and another quick save there for the netminder. He's off to the left. Once again, we'll try. Back to Henry. On the blue line, played across. Henry to the left side. Shot. Landry gets stopped there. Andrea plays that down low here in front. Now it's swept back into the zone. Sent down the right side. Chased after as it bounces off near center. Now in behind. Surveying over to the right side, trying to catch the Rush on a change. McLeod barreling in and patted away. Back in behind. Rush shot. Save made by Cole. There's that one up near the mask. Puck dropped in. Subaru. Chip it up the right side. Hustled after, trying to hand that off in front. Had an open man, but it won't get there. Now back to the line. Pad save, and a nice one there as it's steered aside. Up the boards, back to Land. He moves it in, over the head. Swung at. Sent down for the icing. 4 minutes gone here in the second. Face-off will be to the left. Picked up in behind here by the Rush. Trying to go up the right side with it. Done. Gets turned over. Subaru. Hand that out in front off the pad there once again. Rush pick it up off the blue paint now. Try to move it up the right side. Gideon. Back in behind. Flip back front on the ringette line and jumps to the right corner, and arm goes up, and it'll be a power play coming here for the Rush. Gideon loses that, and whistle goes. Face off on the right side, and a power play. So Rush looking to score the first goal of this second period here. Cut that deficit down. Pardon me. Back on the blue line. McPhee hands it off. Back to McPhee. Shot into the glove. Nice save there by Cole as he watches it in. Puck dropped in, foot back on the blue line. Over to McPhee. McPhee looking to put that on the stick of the man in front. Held. Back to McPhee. Shot through traffic. Nice job, Miller keeps that in. Chip play. Picked up, Rush, handed off to the left side, looking for the shot. Cole gets a glove on it, but can't fully corral, and it'll jump the stick and get in behind. McLeod. Picked up, Rush, over to the left side, caught up in the feet. Dunn. Swinging that back in. Dunn. Looking for the man in front. Nice job by Henry to get that stick down. Take away the pass. Cross. Bass Christmas over to McLean. McLean shoots into a shin pad and then stood right up. McLean picks it up. Over to Lewis. Lewis hands it off. Bass Christmas. Good hands. Hands it off left side. Looking for the shot. Chipped in behind. So it went off a shin pad. McLean. Hands that off again. Bass Christmas. He gets worked into the boards, but they get that puck down low. Over skated. His penalty about to end here. Rush. Pick it up. Lewis. Steps in. Save made. Face-off will be on the right. Rush, try to chip up that wall. Picked up. Back down low, Land. Surveys. Land. Up ahead, out of the box. Nice job by Munden, slowing that up. Munden in on net. He'll lose it. Picked up flipped in behind, and that one will have legs for icing, so it'll go down the left side. 13 minutes left to go here in the second. Down the right side, Rush will pick it up in behind their own net. Surveying here. Holding for a good amount of time here. Subaru sticking to their formation. Ryan picks it up. Gets that back in behind. Picked up over to the left side. Rush, get to the red line. They'll fire that back in around. Picked up here near the blue line. Land. Hands that off. Some pressure on. Nice play there by Land. Up ahead. Puck gets from behind from McLean. Near center. Rush survey. Tremblay takes that. Up ahead. And over the line, Subaru with a burst of speed, trying to jam that in on the corner. Stopped there, and a nice save by Hardy. One of his better of the game. Over to Poplinski. Poplinski into a shin pad. Snapping that up ahead, looking for the break. And shot does get off. We'll get a save. Face off here on the right side. Shot up ahead, misses the glove. Gets back over, done. Another shot there, big one. As it gets over the head. Backing around, Subaru. Turn that over. Rush with a little push here. Down low. Blinsky picks it up. He gets it down the left side. Touched up, so no ice in behind. Worked into the boards. Gets a big reaction. Subaru hit. Pardon me. Hand that off to Poplinski. Leading play. Gideon feeds that back in behind. Now into the end boards. We approach the halfway mark here in this game. Poked at. Trying to go up the wall with it. Rush. Bring that back in over the blue line. Shot in front, and that one well in front. Got it on the stick for a nice look, but the save was made. Face-off will be on the right. And media timeout, and we'll be back for a second.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
All right, we're officially into the back half of this game. We are back. No goals through the second period here yet. 5-1 the score. Shot through traffic. Just kind of fires into the end boards. Rush. Bring that in around. Back to McPhee. Jumps up. McPhee. Played over. Henry. Cross. And let up ahead. Rush. Hit laid there by Henry as it gets sent in around. Right side corner. Rush, try to move that back out in front. It's held on to. Back to the blue line. Off a shin pad. Back down low. Subaru looking for the outlet pass. Off a stick and it'll get back. Rush stick. And Scotland touches it up early, so whistle there. Face-off will be right in front of us. Puck dropped in, back to land. Handed across. Bass Christmas turns it over Ryan. And save made, stopped there by McIntyre, I believe, as that one almost got through into a bad area. And saving a great chance there. Now into the feet. Near the blue line. That's going to get back down and in behind. On the right. Looking for an exit here, Subaru. Munden. Munden brings that in just barely, and it gets back to Land. Land getting pressure, tries to get that back in, and it'll come down the left side. Picked up, Rush. Kisses it off the glass. Heads to the end wall. Down here in front of us, Land. Misses Tremblay on the pass. Right side corner. That's chased after, and Rush battle for that as it gets worked in along the right side. Backhand. Rush has done a good job keeping that puck away from the front of their net and well away from the netminder this second period. Hasn't been a ton of chances to the Subaru. Obviously still with a heavy lead here though, so that can always change things, but better second period for sure from Sydney. Up the boards. It's the stick at Poplinski as they pressure. Back through, down the left side. Tremblay. Gets knocked down, and arm goes up, so it'll be penalty coming here with 6:39 to go in the second. Back down low, extra attacker out for the Subaru. And save made. So 6:25 to go and penalty coming here. Dropped in, Subaru over for Ryan. Drops it back to Tremblay. Over there on the boards. Poplinski shoots it. That one goes high and tipped immediately into the mesh. Puck dropped in. Ryan sends it back, so the power play unit out here now. Shot goes wide. Ryan. What a Duffy. Shot through. That one gets sent up ahead, and Poplinski picks it up. Fed back to Ryan. Ryan, down to Poplinski in the corner. Tremblay touches that back. Up the wall, back to Ryan. Right side, trying to feed through. Loose there for a moment. Back over, Duffy, Ryan. Shot, rebound, can't get a hold of it. Subaru, fight to keep that in, and it gets worked down the left side. Rush, pick it up, and now they'll get the first clear of the penalty. 5 minutes to go here. Down the left side. That one steered aside again. There's a quick fast break there, caught me off guard. Duffy. Sent in behind. Bass Christmas waits. He gets worked into the corner. Subaru back to Duffy. Hand it off. McDonald shoots into his skate. Rush. Pick it up. Fire that down. Rush penalty over, so good kill there. It was in their end a little bit, but no real scoring chances. Flipped up. That's going to get by the blue line. Land now. Plays it across. Subaru in over the blue line. Now that one bounces, and friendly bounce there to McDonald. And he'll finish it off inside 4 minutes to go. A tough bounce. It went right from the shin pad to the slot. Finds in the back of the net. Down through the right. Puck. Picked up. That heads down the left side. Moved up through the middle. That puck brought in clean. 3:18 to go. Chop that. And that'll be an icing as we'll head down the right side. 6-1 here, the score. Up the right, Subaru. Bring it in over the blue line. That's going to head into the end wall. Neck guard missing out there. That one bounces around. Have to make a change due to the neck guard. That kind of puts the rush down a guy momentarily. Try to feed that in front, and it goes to the corner. Munden over to Carver. Carver snaps a shot. Nice save there. Had to be quick. Back down to the end boards. Subaru survey. Up to Carver. Carver worked off to the wall. 2:14 to go. McPhee gains the red line, sends that on to Cole. Turned it over, played out front, shot, scores! And the turnover leads to the goal as the rush Bury one through the 5-hole and do a nice job of getting that one back. And we'll head back to center. With 1:51 to go. So the turnover in behind results in the goal. Puck dropped in there. Trying to toe drag that through. Rush. Pass stick Gideon. Tremblay. McPhee gets worked off into the wall and gonna have to tag up for the onside. So Dunn buries it. Coda Lewis with the assist. Played across to the right side. Dunn picks it up. Pushed back to the middle. Now try to chip up the wall. In over the line. Sharp angle shot goes wide. Last minute to play here in the second. Down the left side. Land shoots. Picked up here on the left. Try to feed that through. Slowed up in front, goes wide. Trying to jam that in around. Falling down in behind, and last few seconds here. Back to land. Shot, block, and that'll take us to the third. We'll be back in a moment. All right, everybody, welcome back here for the third period of action between the Subaru and the Rush. As 6-2 the score here after two. Couple early goals for the Subaru really helped them out there in the second period, a little bit more of an even period. 1-1 was the second period score, both getting a goal. So now Subaru looking to hang on, 4-goal lead, so some goals to work with, but Rush playing a lot better in this second period, so we'll see how that continues over. Tuck up the right side. Trying to pull that one back in. Steele Subaru land, picks it up and gets it down and behind. Rush, snap a pass, hits a stick there over to Smith. Sent up the wall. And offside there as they try to rush it in. 2:46 p.m. here on a Sunday afternoon before Christmas break. Lots of hockey. Puck picked up down the left side, Subaru. Shoot it, hits off the glove, and now back over. Rush. To get that up ahead, Sparks. Worked into the boards. Falls down on his backside there. Back to McPhee. McPhee keeps it in on the blue. Hands it off. Shot through traffic, steered away. Back to McPhee. Along the half wall. Smith tries to get that down. Back up here, Bass Christmas. Bass Christmas over the blue line. Shot. Nice little shot on. Cole stays solid for that one as it's pushed up ahead and down and behind. Little shot on. That one blocked in front. Rush. Start to move that out through center. Back and behind for Scotland. Scotland up the left side wall. Rush swing at it. Picked up. That one caught the shaft of a stick, so no icing. Scotland looks at the pass. Back for McPhee. McPhee gets it over to McLean. Trying to find Gideon. Fed back and behind by Andrea, sorry. Munden. The lead pass there. Brought in over the line by Carver. Carver shoots it. Save made. Covered up. Here on the right. Calvin Carver, the former Bandits captain from a few years ago, rocking the A here in his second year with the Subaru. And Carver was the captain of the first Bandits team to ever win a provincial title in the U15 league. So he brought them to victory in Antigonish a few years ago, one of my favorite games I've ever done. And all these years later, here he is with the A on the Subaru. So kind of the fun part of being at high button for many years now is watching these guys get older, establish themselves as hockey players. About 5 years in at this point for me, so I feel like I got a pretty good grip, especially on these city folk. Munden down through the middle, poked at, Rush. McLeod down the right side. That'll be fed back and behind. Pushed over. Now back for the Rush. They'll just pick it up and send it down the left side. So yeah, one of those interesting things where the Bandits were never able to break through fully. They had a good year, a good team during the COVID year, to my understanding. Obviously, weren't able to crown a champ that year. So it was big for them to get that win in what would have been 2024, I think. Last year, the Bombers, I believe, getting their first title too, hosting provincials. That was a grand old time as well. A lot of fun last year in Pictou. So a couple of new champs, and it'll be interesting to see this year as the Gauls off to a great start. Nova's really, really solid team this year. So exciting to watch that U15 action on the back half of the season. Fed back to the blue line. In around the end boards. They try to pick it up. It'll be chop that and move up the side here to McPhee. Over to Burgess. Touch pass. Miller. And sent high as it get tipped out. Face off to the left. Puck dropped in. Trying to work that into the end boards. Little pressure. Picked up down the wall. Snap back in. Subaru retreat. Pick it up. Try again here. Smith. Now here to Henry. Trying to get that one back in behind. And it's to center. Rush. Off the foot. Miller gets hauled down. No call there. Up the left side. Brought in over the line here for Subaru. Slowed up by Bass Christmas. Rush. In over the red line. We'll fire that along the end board. Scotland picks it up. Scotland. Chip play to center. Back over for Scotland. Cloud. Worked in around to the end board. Subaru. Ryan. Sent in around. Ryan. Plays it down low. Subaru. Play that to ringette line. Quick hands. Play that over to Duffy. Duffy steps in with a good shot off the pad. McLeod picks it up and flicks it down into the corner. Land. Backing around. Duffy. Broken up there. Shipped in behind. Back off the shin pad. Down here to Burgess. In along the end boards. Right side corner, good little battle for that. Comes free for the rush, turned over. Shot off a shin pad, tried to square that one up. Now to the left side, goes around. Back in behind here, McPhee chases. McPhee up ahead and into the end wall. Bass Christmas. Surveys, gets it up to Dunn. Lead pass in through the middle. Nice job there to Miller. Miller knocked off of it. Cole's going to keep it moving. Down here to Bass Christmas. Hands it off to the left side. Dunn. Shot. Slowed up. Miller gets pressured in along the end boards. Sticking with it. Rush. Poplinski worked in low. 2-on-2 now. They're just going to rest for a second there. Back the other way. Hustled after. Rush. Push to the middle. Pass Christmas. Up near center. Hand it off to Tremblay. Tremblay gets it down the right side. Smith. Smith back to the blue line. Over to Scotland. Stopped on the doorstep. Push to the middle and almost got that through on the left side. Miller back to the blue. Sent down for the icing right on the red line, and it'll be to the left side. So 10:30 to go here in the third. 6-2 the score here. No goals to the first 10 of this third period. Near the blue line. Puck down the right side. Smith tries to wait for that. Andrea gets it back in behind. Grabbed and sent in along those end boards. Subaru. Chip play as we're officially into the last 10 minutes of this one. Rush, slow it down. A little shot in front. Cole makes a save with the mask. Nice job squaring up to that one in a hurry. Down low, Smith. He'll hustle it out. In over the blue line. Right side. Miller tries to play it through. Picked up. Rush. McLeod fires that one in wide. Full scale change here for the defense at least. And Subaru Munden gets it up the left. Subaru shot. Nice save there. Had to be quick, and that one then fed back in front and buried. We'll head back to center, 9 minutes to go. And that'll take us to our media break, and we'll be back in a moment.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
All right, we are back here for the final portion of this game. Near the red line, shot back into the left side. Back in behind, and arm goes up. Chase Munden finished that last one off. He'll keep adding to his point total. Face-off will be in the neutral zone. Puck dropped in Icing waved off as it heads into the end boards. Subaru survey. Up ahead. Subaru shot in behind. Burgess tries to catch up to it, but it's just out of his reach. Back down low here now. Rush. Lewis. Worked into the boards on the left side. Rolls off the stick of Bass Christmas. Up ahead. Subaru over the blue line. Try to feed that through. Down low on the end board. Off the board. Can't get it out though as Burgess breaks it up. McPhee takes an extra second to it. Still stays in the zone though. Back in behind. Shot into the pad. Stopped. Back to McPhee. Down the right side. Bass Christmas. Hands that back over. Backhand. Sauced. Caught up to in the middle. Puck moved up the right side. Subaru shot. Snared out of the air there with 6:54 remaining. Face off to the right. Right side corner, Rush. Pick up on that. Get that down. McPhee stops up. Good quick edges there. Tries to find Smith on the right side. Smith brings it in just enough. Worked around the glass. Rush. Pick it up over to Andrea. Andrea puts it to an open area. Poplinski gets to it. Skated after. Rush trying to force that one in. Subaru down the left side. Swung around. Over the blue line. Shot. Steered to the corner. Poked at again. And back in behind for Poplinski. Basically gains the red line. They'll give it to him. Sent down. Low and then boards. Try to feed that through. Slowed up. Back to Lewis. Lewis loses control of it. Carver tries to spin it around in front. To the corner. Carver. Back to the line. Shot off a shin pad. Bounces over. Rush. Turned it over to Scotland. Scotland now goes for a skate down the right side. Scotland slows up. Backhands that. Fed to the blue line. Back to Scotland. To the corner, Carver. Left side now. Shot. Save made. Rushed. Flip it off the glass. That one will catch mesh. We'll get the whistle. .446 remaining here. Face off to the right. We got 3 U18 games going right now. Valley Max, Weeks Mustangs, and then us here to finish off this first half of the season. Rush, pick that up over to Duffy. Fed up ahead on the right side, McLeod. Gets sent back in for Land. The D-man stops up the former Bandit. Up ahead, nice job moving that puck. Now Burgess trying to grab it on the other side. He'll get laid out. Back for Duffy. In from the corner. Flips it off the boards. Kicked back across. Subaru over to Burgess. Across the blue line. Just out of the reach there, McDonald. Land. Chops that back in behind again for Burgess. Slowed up. McLeod on the right side. Back to McPhee. McPhee. To the half wall. Subaru. Back in behind, Land. Shot slowed up. McPhee steps up to it. It's on the doorstep and will be covered up there. 3:23 remaining. Sorry, 3:18 remaining. Face off to the right. Picked up by Smith. Back in on the end board, Rush. Play that, McPhee tries to keep it in, Andrea, touch pass there. Rush down the right side. Back in behind, Subaru. Tagging up. In behind, Poplinski. Smith up ahead to Sparks. Left side, shot, save made. Trying to jam at that, and it'll be covered up. 2:24 remains. Puck dropped in, fed off on the blue line. Shot in and out of the glove, and now it'll be covered up. Face off here to the right side. Puck dropped in there on the end boards, and that one flies into the mesh. She'll try it again. Puck drop back, Subaru. Move it down the left side. Hits off a skate. Held and worked around the net there and up the left side. Gideon chases. Hard in along those boards. Under 2 to play here now. Munden hands it off. Carver off on the breakaway, and he'll get held. We'll see with this. Thought maybe it could be a penalty shot, but it's back to Scotland. I guess they're going to say he wasn't totally gone. It was close, though. Right side, Tremblay tipped in front by Carver, and it just misses. Almost had it on that one. Touched up. And that'll be a hooking call. So 1:24 to go. Face-off will be on the right side. McPhee tried what he could, but couldn't keep it in between the lines and ends up in the box. So PK for the rest of this one. Sent out there. Puck dropped in, Rush. Get that down, Cole. He'll leave it. Scotland. Up ahead. Scotland slows it up. Hands that over on the left side. Shot back down. Into the glove of Scotland. Comes down again. He'll kick it to himself. Final minute to play here now. Subaru. Munden. Down to the zone. Holding. Shot stopped. Picked up. Sent to the length of the ice in the final 30 seconds here. 7-2 the score. Big first period, put the Subaru in front. They've held on to that one. In along the end boards. Back to Land. Land gets it to the left side. Subaru McDonald. Shot blocked. Back in behind, and that'll take us to the finish. So, 7-2 victory for the hometown Subs. Want to appreciate you tuning in here on High Button Sports. Hope you've enjoyed the first half of our streaming for this U18 season. We appreciate you. As always, my name's Jeff